Today we're talking about the feet and how important it is to move our feet. The feet are our foundation for all of our standing poses and for being in life, really. There's so much that can go wrong with the feet that then translates up to knees and hips and the rest of us, so we really have to think about feet. So I'm going to get down on the floor. I would recommend, before you even get out of bed in the morning, and I do this, I swear I do, I let my legs come up in the air so the blood comes out. I take a look at my feet to really see what they're doing, if they're parallel or if they're way out. And I just start circling my ankles. So if your ankles get very stiff, it makes it harder to walk, it makes it harder to use your feet. So really circle around, go in both directions. I'd even wiggle them about. I would point the toes. And I would flex the feet, let the toes come in towards you, really push those heels out. Open the toes up so you can see space between each one. And that's what I do, I really do. It's also great to release in the hamstrings. And then once I'm up, then I really get up. In yoga, in our classes, we teach a pose called mountain pose, Tadasana, which is a basic standing pose. So this is something that you can do anytime you're standing in line at the grocery store, whatever it may be. So first thing is you really look at your feet. We'll get to the rest of us. But I like to really move them around. So before I do anything, I lift my toes up. I go side to side. I bring it back to center. And when you lift your toes, you can really ground through your feet. Your big toe mound, little toe mound, inner and outer heel. You can open up your toes. You start feeling the arches coming alive. Quads are engaged. You can put these down. You can also bring weight into the outside edges just to feel that, and inside edges. You can notice where you start to weight bear. We really want 70% of the weight to be in our heels, that big calcaneus bone. A lot of times our hips come forward and all the weight dumps into the front of the foot, so we want to keep it back so we can get more of the weight there. You want to notice if your feet come in, and if they're in and you start weight bearing here, hurts the knees. Our body really likes this alignment. That's how we're designed. So when you're here just standing, you can really plant down your feet. You can really root into the ground to then let everything else stack up. So then your hips stack over your ankles, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders. I'll show you this way. Another great thing to start releasing in the feet, I love doing lunges. And I like doing lunges with my back foot parallel to my front foot. It's a balancing pose. I'll show you this way. You want to make sure that your knee is over your ankle, that very back part. Now it's hard to look back when you're here. It really is. So I don't recommend it. So ask your friend if the heel is even with the front of the foot. And then I just like to come up and down. So it helps stretch the back of the heel, the back of the calf. It strengthens the foot. You can lift the toes on this foot even and get a little more activity. So I think those are a few things that you can work on. I think it's just important to use the feet. It's great to go barefoot whenever you have the chance and really use the feet.